chatty. Oh, fuck. This is weird. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so hot. Yeah. I'm not good at this YouTube thing, am I? Dickhead.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
My darling, I love you, 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 I love you.
I'm just doing a little bit of a chit-chatty, get ready with me, everyday makeup, Q&A. This is my first video on YouTube. I'm Emi Afiyet on YouTube, but I am called Emily. If you want to subscribe, if you want to see videos sort of related to this, then please do. But yeah, just let's get to the video. So today I'm gonna do a bit of a Q&A. This is my first ever video on YouTube. I'm just gonna answer some questions and do my makeup at the same time. I'm just gonna do my everyday makeup that I wear pretty much whenever I need to wear makeup and I'm just kind of in a rush. Okay, yeah, just a little bit to introduce myself. My name's Emily. I'm a student, but I'm a mature student, so I'm 25 years old and I'm studying medicine at the minute at Keele University, and I've been working as a healthcare assistant. I really like makeup. I really like watching YouTube videos and I really like being creative, so I thought it'd be really fun just to do something, especially with everything that's going on in the pandemic, just to do something fun and share with other people like things that I've learned about makeup and beauty and lifestyle and other things. And yeah, what I'm gonna do is start on the makeup and then I'll go along and just answer some questions, and then maybe whoever does subscribe can like learn a little bit more about me. So yeah, basically when it comes to my face, I don't really use primer because sometimes I don't know whether the primer's like gonna react with my foundation or something and then make it go weird and make it look a bit like uneven on my face and a bit patchy. I just either like put moisturiser on. I like the CeraVe moisturising lotion. That one's quite good for like sensitive skin. And then my favourite all-time foundation is it's been discontinued literally like 2 years ago and it's really annoying. So my boyfriend bought me this for about 30 quid, even though it's only worth about £5 on eBay, because I was just like, I was so devastated that I would never be able to buy it again. If anyone knows like a dupe for the CYO, I think it's like all day, what is it, long lasting foundation, I really need to know what it is because it's the only foundation that works with my skin and doesn't, and also I've got oily T-zone. So at the end of the day, my face is always like really oily. But with this foundation, it just literally looks airbrushed all the time. But this foundation is just amazing. It's like bulletproof, it's mad. If anyone knows anything even remotely similar, like formula-wise to this, I just need to know what it is because it will make my life. Let's go through some questions. What's my full name and age? So my full name is Emily Fraser, but my channel name is Emi Afiyet because that is my middle name. My name's actually Turkish because my mum's Turkish, so that's why it's a bit different. And I'm 25 years old. My favourite colour is probably nude. I really like nude, and I don't know whether that's just like a phase because everyone likes nude at the minute for some reason. Brown. I love brown at the minute. I used to hate brown. I was like, ew, I would never wear anything brown, that's weird. I used to always just want to wear like black or grey or white or whatever. But I really do like brown at the minute. I just think it complements like so many different skin tones and stuff and it just looks cool. And grey and black, but they're just like generic colours. Do you have pets? Yeah, I do. I have a cat called Oscar. He's literally over there licking himself. He is a Turkish fan cat. So he's quite a big cat. He's like a Maine Coon, so it's like a really big breed of cat. But in Turkey, traditionally, the Turkish fan cats are like really well known for swimming because they're like athletic swimmers. It's really weird. But my cat, Oscar, absolutely hates being in water, so I don't think he picked up that trait. I'm from Manchester. That was one of the questions. Where am I from? But my dad is Scottish and my mum's Turkish, so that's why I've got a bit of a weird like name. So next, I'm just gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which I love. And this is quite a good colour as well, but I can't, let me see what colour this is. Light sand. I remember at one point you could only like get the Tarte Shape Tape in America, and it was so annoying because everyone was like reviewing it on YouTube. And I was just like, what the heck, why do they get it and we don't? I really want it. And then it came on to like QVC or something, and you know, I always thought that was just for like old ladies who just chill out in the day and watch TV. But I finally got my hands on it, even though it was 20 quid and it was so expensive for me. But honestly, it is worth it. Like, it's really good. And it just blends like really seamlessly. It's really creamy. Oh yeah, let's answer some more questions. What's your height? I feel like I look... No, I don't look tall. I think I'm kidding myself saying I look tall. But some people look at my pictures of me, like full body pictures, and think that I'm tall. I'm not. I'm 5'3", almost 5'4". What's my shoe size? I'm a size 4. Sometimes a size 5, depending on like what style of shoe it is. What talents do I have? Well, I like to think I'm good at makeup, but you know, there's obviously people out there that are so talented, and like obviously they do it as a job and stuff, and it's great. But I do enjoy makeup. I enjoy fashion. I like music, and I play the guitar. And I just like doing creative things and just like things that I enjoy doing. What food do I love the most? I love food. I just love food, especially now because what else is there to do but like eat? But what's my favourite food? Probably the stuff that my grandma in Turkey cooks, because she's literally like a walking cookbook. Like, she just knows so many recipes off by heart. I don't know how she just knows them all and can do it perfectly, but it's obviously ingrained in her from a young age. My grandma in Turkey makes things like börek, which is like pastry with cheese and stuff, and it's really nice. Baklava, pide, she makes just loads of really nice Turkish dishes, and they're all proper home cooked as well, like really nice. So that's probably my favourite food. I think if I was on death row and I had to choose like what food I wanted to eat before I died, it would be my grandma's food. So I don't know why, but recently I've just been really keen on cream contour and blush, because I feel like it blends really nicely on the face. And also, if you're going for like a really light look, I would just go in with cream. But if I'm doing like a little bit more evening sort of, I want it to be more dramatic, I would go in with the cream and then I put a powder on top as well. So I'd use like this cream blush, which is a Revolution foundation stick in F13. It's a good colour because it is more of a bronze colour than a contour, but it's like, it warms your face really nicely and just gives you like a natural shadow contour. This one's really good. And then I also have the Huda Beauty contour, but that one's definitely more cool tone than this one. So I just draw it on my contour lines and then blend it out, and I also do a bit on my nose just to contour my nose. But then sometimes with this, if I put it on the wrong, like sort of, if I put it on a foundation that dries really quick, it just will set and it just doesn't blend. But I don't think that's the contour, I think it's just the foundation underneath it. But this, like I said, this foundation from CYO, I don't want to brag on about it too much because no one can really buy it, but it's so good, like, especially for kind of oily combination. If you are oily throughout the day, it really doesn't like come off, it just doesn't budge. So let's answer more questions. What song do I love the most, or what's my favourite song? I hate this question, even when it comes to like favourite film, which is probably the next one, because there's so many songs and there's so many films to choose from. How can you have like literally just one favourite? I've got a quite odd taste in music, because I think people look at me and go, you don't look like you would like that kind of music. But I really like heavy metal kind of, but also like pop punky sort of music. So, but if you go back to like the late 2000s, you've got like Green Day, Bullet for My Valentine and things like that. But my all-time favourite band since I was a kid is Linkin Park. When I was a teenager and I was being really angsty and like depressing, I think I really resonated with the lyrics, even though they were really cringy and a bit like, oh, I'm so depressed, or life's so hard and blah blah blah. But at the time, I was like so deep with it, and it just, I don't know, I just really liked it, and also the guitar sounded really cool. Yeah, even to this day, I really love Linkin Park. And then, yeah, other new metal bands, things like Limp Bizkit are good, Paramore, sort of, at the time when I was a teenager, when it was the time when everyone was like a scene kid and like Tumblr was a really big thing. So back then, it was like everyone had really big like puffy coloured hair and had MySpace and MSN and stuff like that. So I think I'm still a kid like that at heart. I do listen to other genres of music as well. Like I like the charts and I like jazz and I like indie stuff as well, but I think it just depends what mood I'm in. What's my favourite film? I've got a few films that I'm like, these are films that I could watch over and over again. Because it was just Christmas, I'm gonna say, obviously Elf is like the all-time best Christmas film. I really like The School of Rock just because when I saw that when I was younger, and I just loved Jack Black, I thought it was hilarious. Also Matilda I really like because when I was younger I remember watching that literally pretty much every day for 3 months. Shawshank Redemption I really like because I remember watching that for the first time and I just couldn't believe it, like the twists and the turns and like how interesting it was. I know a lot of people like that, that's quite a popular favourite. And I do like sci-fi films, I like the Marvel films, the MCU stuff, I like rom-coms, just whatever really. And then when it comes to TV, I've just finished watching Ozark, really good, I highly recommend. Things like Family Guy I like, The Office. I'm watching House at the minute because it's quite related to obviously what I'm doing in that I'm studying to be a doctor, but obviously it's very dramatised in it, whereas he's just this like easygoing doctor that can do whatever he wants and he can just stride into an appointment and just be like, you've got cancer, and there's not much empathy involved. But yeah, I like House. House is funny. Oh yeah, I'm just using this Made by Mitchell blush. It's really nice. It's Made by Mitchell, it's his brand and it's his liquid blusher. And I know, actually I'm going to do what he's done before where you put it on your hand like that and then you just put a tiny bit, you kind of swirl it on your brush and you literally just blend it. See, this is what I like about cream products, is that you can kind of just manipulate it more, whereas I feel like when you put on powder stuff, it just kind of sets and it looks a bit like two-dimensional, like it's not very, I don't know, it's not the same. I put a bit on my nose. I think on camera it looks like I've got loads on. What I do though is I just get a beauty blender and kind of, if it looks a bit mad, and I'll just blend it. So now I'm going to set my face. Usually I would use a loose powder sort of under my eyes because it's a little bit lighter and it doesn't give me creases, but I want a little bit of coverage, so I'm just going to use my MAC Studio Fix in N25 just to set pretty much my whole face because I am quite an oily person. What's my favourite pizza topping? It's a bit weird. Probably, I like weird stuff like smoked salmon on pizza and things like that because I think I can't eat pork. I like tuna, it's okay, but it's not as good as salmon. If I can get salmon or something. I think one of my favourite pizzas, I don't know if it's called the Neapolitan or something, but it's like smoked salmon, capers, spinach, and it's like a creamy sauce on it. Oh my god, it's so nice. Right, so I've powdered my face. Now I'm just going to do my eyebrows. I used to really like outline my eyebrows and make them look really kind of like structured, but at the minute I prefer just kind of brushing through it with this brow gel. It's the Boy Brow by Glossier. Also, sorry if I keep looking at myself because I'm really trying to get used to like just not looking at myself to see if I look weird or something. So I'm trying to look in the lens like this instead of looking like this, but it might take me a while. Do I want children? Well, yeah, I think so. Eventually, just not right now because I'm still in the midst of like training and studying, so probably at one point when I'm sort of more settled and I've got a job and I can support a kid, then yeah, I definitely do want to have children at some point. Are you an extrovert or an introvert? I feel like there's a scale, or there's like a not a spectrum, but you know, like you can't, I don't know if you're ever fully an extrovert or ever fully an introvert, or maybe you are, but you can also be in between. I think I'm like an extroverted introvert. Like if I want to be sociable and be really like out there, I can do that and I'm fine with it. I don't feel awkward. But then sometimes I'm like, I'd just rather chill at home. I don't really want to speak to anyone. It depends as well who the people are. Say like I'm with a load of people I don't really know and it's a bit awkward. Obviously I'm going to feel a little bit more introverted because I'm uncomfortable in my surroundings. Also, by the way, I'm just putting some bronzer, some powder bronzer. It's the Miss Lynn Beach Please Bronzing Contouring Powder. I literally just run this through my crease of my eyes just quickly, just to put a little bit of definition in my crease. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of eyeliner. So I've started doing this recently. So I get a tiny bit of just like kajal, you know, pencil black eyeliner, and I'll put it in my waterline. I'm gonna look really weird doing this, aren't I? Please don't judge me. Okay, so it gives a little bit just of like a shadow, you know, like on the inside. And then what I'll do is right on the kind of tail of my eye is I just put like a smudge across. And it doesn't need to be neat because it's literally just on the edge. And I like doing this because I think it makes you look much more awake. When I don't do it, I can see that I look tired. What I do is I get an eyebrow brush, you know, like a little angled one, and I literally just kind of smudge it. See how it just wings up a tiny bit? Just gives a bit of angular shape to the eye. I think that looks alright, does it? Probably, I don't know. What I'll do is I usually just spray a little bit of primer because before I put my mascara on, otherwise it probably will transfer. I'll just put a bit of Smashbox Photo Finish. It smells nice, that one as well. It's coconut scent. And then for mascara, I use the Mascara Revolution. It's only like £8 or something. It's a bit clumpy, I will admit, but I like it a little bit clumpy because it adds a bit of volume. But I'm just gonna curl my lashes. So then I'll just put on the mascara. Oh, let's read the funny Q&A questions. If you won the lottery, what would you do? I feel like I'm gonna be really like nerdy and say I'm gonna invest it, but honestly, yeah, I would invest probably a lot of it, whether that's in assets like property or stocks, shares, you know, because it's future proofing. You kind of need to be smart with it. If you have loads of money and just blow it all, then you'll have nothing to prove for it. If you were president of the world, what law would you approve? I would definitely approve for female sanitary items to be tax-free, or free in general. Next, I'm going to go in with a lip liner. I tend to wear lip liner more now than I kind of did before I was wearing a mask, because when you wear a mask, it sort of can wipe things off and it's a bit annoying. This one is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in London. I have their soft matte lip cream in London as well, I like that. I don't like to overline it like too much because I feel like my lips, for some reason, you can just tell when it's really overlined. And then pretty much the last step is a bit of lipstick, and I use the Vive Modern Matte Lipstick in Vive. This is Jamie Genevieve's lipstick. This is her like shade. It's her perfect shade for a nude kind of on top of a liner. I have her lip liner as well, but it's not with me. I think I've got it in a bag somewhere, but basically I like her lip liner. But one thing that I've noticed when I use it is a little bit bitty, so like I'll get little pieces of just like dry lip liner kind of sticking to my mouth. So this one's okay. It is dry, but it's not like you know, like liquid lipstick drag. So I just put a little bit of this in the centre. And it lightens the rest of the colour up a tiny bit, but in a good way. One of the questions that I should ask myself, so that you guys know if anyone's watching, is like what I want to do on this channel. Like, what is my kind of goal for this channel? Why did I start this channel? Like, what do I want to do with it? Honestly, I think I've always wanted to do YouTube or just try it out because I love makeup. I love watching other people do YouTube. I'm really nosy and I'm interested in seeing what other people do. And I'm like, I want to do that as well. And also when I was younger, I used to film videos with my friends and we'd do like little skits and little documentary videos. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. So I think I've made excuses so many times to be like, oh well, you don't have all that equipment or you don't have all that lighting, so you can't do it. Like, you're never gonna be able to do it. So I watched a video that Ali Abdal made. He was like, just do it. Honestly, don't think about it. Doesn't matter what equipment you have. Doesn't matter if you're embarrassed about what people think. Just do it. And I was like, I think it just resonated with me more this year, or at the start of this year, because I was like, after this shit year, 2020, what am I waiting for? Why, you know, life is so short. If I want to do it, just do it. One thing as well that I forgot is a highlighter. I'm using this Living My Best Light highlighter palette by Beauty Bay. I usually go for the bottom, like really light yellowy gold. See, that's nice that you can see it kind of just looks like dewy rather than glittery. If anyone sees this, if anyone wants to subscribe, if anyone wants to like give me ideas of what to film, please do. I'm more than willing to like take your advice because I feel like I'm gonna run out of ideas for videos really quickly. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you later.